We got Dan and Tristop. Been really loving what I've been seeing from my man Dan, especially post 19. What's up, guys?
The fancy yellow light.
Heather will be in chat. I believe we have started.
There we go.
This is game one.
Oh, we're on. Okay.
Game one, best of 3. Good luck to the players. They're not getting the same piece set. We don't have a tournament cartridge in play, so we'll see how that affects the match here.
These are classic $5 purchased at National Video Game Store that I'm not going to buzz market.
If people wanted a classic cartridge, who do you suggest they go to? Everybody says, like, where do I get controllers? Where do I get classic cartridges online? Who would you be able to shout out?
In Columbus, Ohio, my guys at Warp Zone who help sponsor Replay RX.
Okay.
Gotta say hi to Darren. Thanks again.
Sure. Are they here at this tournament? Or?
No, there's actually another store called Warp Zone in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They've helped out the replay desk. So
got it.
All Warp Zone stores are good, apparently. You can't go wrong.
Vangelow, thank you for linking both players' Twitch. You can watch them compete in the middle of the season. So far, so good with the building. Both players have a nice little pace. I feel like Dan, obviously, with the 3 Tetris lead, nobody's really pressing down. A lot of droughts for my man Tristop. That can get a little frustrating, especially when you see your opponent's screen flashing Tetrises all over the place. But he survives a clean 33 drought and comes out shiny clean on the other side. So great job on my man. Meanwhile, Dan dealing with a little bit of traffic, a little bit of garbage.
These are both newcomers to the scene, correct? This is probably their first major tournament?
These, as far as I know, they're pretty new to the scene, although they have been playing in the CTMs quite a bit. I know Dan has.
I haven't played one of those yet, but I would got to imagine it's a little different.
It's a little different. You're in the comfort of your own home. There is, anytime you play against somebody else, there is a lot of nerves.
There's normally a crappy Mega Man cover band in the background.
Right. Dan finished second a couple months ago at the CTM, which is, there's a lot of competition. A lot of competition at the CTM. He's got to go through some major players to get there.
Trey Harrison would be the person who created this system.
Yeah, so this is the overlay. Guys, we're neck and neck. We're about a Tetris and a half difference between the two players. And both have clean boards. So this could be a nice little pace, little tournament pace we got here. Indeed, being in the 200,000s in the 50 lines,
yep.
This is max out pace, 72% Tetris rate from Dan. Nice skimming by Tristop. Really impressed with his tournament skimming right now. Oh, some bad RNG for Dan. Did not get either L or J.
Yep.
So now he's got a double line well. The game can really punish these if you don't get a quick line, and that's what's happening here. Even with that line, he still has a ways to go. But great patience, waiting for ideal pieces. Very creative tugs.
Setup if he gets lucky.
And a boom, dirty Tetris for Dan.
Love it.
And he's staying dangerous, and he's maintaining his lead through this tough RNG. So his aggression has really worked out for himself here. But he's still taking triples, still not at the bottom. Meanwhile, Tristop, 3 Tetrises down, but in a much more secure play field.
Tristop qualified with a 500,000, or was it 500K? I don't have the numbers in front of me.
500,000.
Yeah. So we're dealing with major leaguers.
Up
and down the bracket, 1 through 8.
He made a tricky overhang and did not get the piece to tuck, and so he had to use kind of an inferior piece, but he's out of it. Dan looking great though. He's going to extend his lead with another Tetris. 2 Tetrises and 2 lines separate these players.
22,800 for a Tetris at level 18.
Yep. Again, these. Oh, he was going for the L spin. He did not quite hit it.
Should be okay.
Yep. He hasn't let it affect his play, though. That line spin would have cleared up a lot of stuff for him. Would have solved a lot of problems. Just a perfect Tetris setup for Dan. Negotiating a little bit of a drought here. And nothing he can't handle. The board that he had created could accommodate almost everything.
We got 119 apiece. They're both the exact same pace.
Yep. Okay, so transition's coming. Let's see if the players play a little safer.
No, well.
Oh, this is a tough piece, but at least he hasn't transitioned yet. Tough RNG here. But Tristan managed it like a pro. Very good stacking from a guy.
Took the conservative approach in the transition.
Yep.
Very smart move.
Yeah, Dan with that 86,000 point lead wanted to dictate his own terms, his own pace with that transition. No need to play aggressive here. Let's see what he can wait and see what his opponent does on 19, because that is it's a tough speed to contend with.
Great start off the bat. No
Yep.
nerves at all.
Yep. Oh, a little bit of an early DAS load that can cause problems. I was gonna see if he was gonna do an aggressive middle well. He is down by about 3 Tetrises still, so at some point he's gonna have to kind of poke his head out, take some risks. The left side's a little vulnerable for Dan. He's gonna take a double and just kind of keep it going.
I mean, I told Tristan before the match, like when it's his first time, he's playing against the #1 seed. I said, make your opponent beat you. Don't beat yourself.
It looks like
he's doing just that. But that's
looks like RNG is gonna beat him there. He got caught a little flat, a little high with a drought, and Dan is gonna take the first round.
where
Great opening match by the players. Already a 19 transition straight out the gate. And just like that, they're right back at it. Dan with a win here will advance. Tricky RNG for Tristop right away. Anytime you get multiple Z's in the opener, things can get a little tough.
Oh, did we get the score? What did we get the score in the first game? 400 something.
Oh, that Z tower is looking real naughty. Oh, what a clear by Tristop. Choosing to heal his stack rather than go for the Tetris. Meanwhile, Dan with a Z burst, using the right side of his board like a whole chamber. Love seeing it. Really nice solves. Clean board just like that, and a Tetris. We are very close here. He's gonna need, oh, and he just gets the right pieces, gets that Tetris.
I see some screen looking.
Oh, that's gonna start, yeah, especially with how close these scores have been. You're gonna wanna see how you stack up. I don't believe the players can hear the commentators, so they're gonna have to take their own scoring into consideration here. Know where they stand. Tristop dealing with another drought. He's been going for that overhang, but the game is punishing that overhang hard. Nice spin.
It might.
He wanted the Z spin behind it.
Yeah, see. So yeah, like a mod. That's I'm not a mod. It's my first one.
Guys, thank you for joining us for this wonderful Replay FX CTWC Pittsburgh. Having a great time here. We're already seeing some great games. And indeed, here we have the 8th seed with a 2 Tetris lead on Dan here. Playing aggressively, setting up overhangs, setting up tucks. Meanwhile, Dan is in great shape as well. Just cleared his board, ready for a Tetris. Hits the Tetris. Both players playing conservatively when they need to, aggressively when they need to. We're seeing multiple gears.
A little handshake there, like get that jitter out.
Absolutely. The hands start getting a little sweaty, a little shaky. Happens to everybody.
We had an intense 3-hour qualifying period.
Look at that T-tug and then the adjustment for the T. Oh, it's starting to get a little ugly here. He's gonna tuck it.
All right.
He's tourniqueted the wound. I don't know if that's a verb. But Dan can certainly use this time to close this 3 to 4 Tetris gap.
Yep.
And sure enough, just what a great time for Dan to have a clean board. Because Tristop is going to be digging for a little bit here. Slamming down Tetrises like it's nothing.
There we go.
Love that skim.
Big deep breath here. We are clean again.
And only one Tetris separates these players. We're at 85 lines, neck and neck on the lines. Oh, solid, wonderful build by Dan. Super clean.
Boom.
Great patience, great build thought. Blocked it just at the right time, but he was rewarded for his patience and gets the Tetris. Meanwhile, Tristop's build is equally admirable, able to accommodate any and all pieces. Very insulated against RNG, and he gets the Tetris. He's going to want to get Tetris ready here. Really prioritizing building out that left, and another Tetris. The Tetrises are raining now. After kind of a dirty beginning to middle, we're really starting to get into the pace here.
Mind you, this is our 1 versus 8. This is amazing.
Yes. No, there's no free rounds here.
Nope.
Setting up multiple T-spins, not getting the T.
Did not get it.
Both players in a little bit of a jam. And we are separated by 6,800 points going into the transition here. I feel like Dan has the edge post 19.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very important. Oh,
he's going to need a dirty Tetris to get out of this, and he's going to get it.
He's going to get a dirty double here. Yeah, he's going to clean this up. He does not have a lot of lines to work with, and the wrong piece sequence right now could really send him spiraling.
Okay.
But sure enough, he cleans it up with some nice last-second adjustments, and he's good to go. Oh, could not get that Z over blue S. Oh, that is not good. He's gonna have to. He's getting some decent dig RNG, but that left side is a vulnerability. He needs another line. He needs something.
That's really high up.
Oh, he needed to clutch it out, and that's gonna do it. The transition takes another victim, but great job, Tristop. Wonderful job by my guy. Good game, Dan.
And off we go. Packy looking for a little, not revenge per se, but maybe a little redemption.
A little redemption, yeah. Yeah, he's looking to make a statement here.
Finished 3rd, I believe, or no, 4th of the this is 4-5, I think. Yeah.
It could be said that his aggression may have been his downfall in at least a couple of those matches. Do you see a similar storyline playing out here? Do you think his Tetris aggression will carry over? He's an aggressive player, anyways.
Oh yeah.
That can get you. Being aggressive at any of his Tetris at the wrong time is a recipe for disaster, and he is in dig mode
already. Yeah.
Beaston has been playing a lot in the off season, and it's looking real good.
Nice.
Hitting that 18 S spin, incredible stuff. Look how great his stack is after something like that. Being able to do those overhangs and spins really put you in a great position.
It's almost becoming like expected for players to hit those.
It's almost necessary at this point. Just by building those overhangs, you can play so flat, so accommodating, and And those spins, you can do a couple things to solve those spins as well. Packy's still not at the ground, and he has taken a 4 Tetris deficit here. But now Beaston has a double blue L dependency. He gets one of them. You want to stay away from those double dependencies. Everything can change in a moment.
Packy's back in the game for his first Tetris.
Yep, Packy's got the Tetris factory open for business.
We are in an industrial city.
Alright, so Beaston has just been clean all day.
This is 71%.
That pace is solid. Solid tournament pace, and putting a ton of pressure on his opponent here. I love those kind of elevated burn strats. Packy with the middle well.
Center well.
He was building some center well in warm up, and it looks like he's staying aggressive here, being very opportunistic, trying to close that gap. You can't be burning a lot of lines when your opponent is on absolute fire.
Oh, the screen look by Packy.
Screen looking. Well, being down by a couple Tetrises here, he's gonna play a little more aggressively.
It's down to 2. With a slight line.
Beaston is in a huge drought here, which has allowed Packy to kind of open the door a little bit. But Shen is keeping it clean. He's burning when he needs to. This is great tournament Tetris for my guy.
Absolutely.
Who was just playing pace Tetris to get his first max out. So his ability to instantly kind of adapt to his environment.
Ooh, misdrop.
A little bit of an early dash shift for sure. This could be another opening for Packy here. Packy has cleaned it up.
Boom Tetris for Packy.
Slamming Tetrises down.
Down to 1.5.
Unfortunate square burst there. But look at that. Using the line, being aggressive with it. If he can clean this up, he can further close the gap here. Oh, Shen with a dirty Tetris.
Well.
Yep. Not content with just cleaning it up. He really wants to keep that lead. Look at these burns from Packy. This is nice. He thought he was all Dr. Mario. He's got some Tetris tricks up his sleeve.
He is colorblind today. It's all about getting those blocks all the way across.
About a Tetris and a half separate our players. They're both not pressing down, so they are. Well, Packy pressed down at least once.
He must have heard you.
So is Packy going to build here? Is he going to burn? Looks like he's going for it. But Shen has opened it back up to a 56,000 point lead. And now Packy in a bit of a drought. Especially when you build a little aggressively like he is off the ground, any drought is magnified.
Careful of the board.
Just the wrong Z, and here it comes again.
After this match.
But he cleans it up. Both players' paces have got a nice little spin tuck from Shen. Made that overhang look really nice.
Open. I never knew Packy to be the center well guy, but he's relying it on in this game. And it's down to 1.5 again. And
1.5 again, but he's 4 lines ahead with some of that push down. And so Shen's got a little bit of a few lines to work with here. Both of them in really good shape for this transition. Packy just needs to tuck something, and there it is.
One line from the transition.
One line, yep. 3 lines for Shen. A Tetris is going to do it for both players.
Packy, that's right where you want to be.
Is Shen going to transition with a? Oh no, he's going to take the triple. He had the line behind it, but this is not where you take chances here.
Packy with a missed drop, and that's already it.
Sometimes
my goodness.
Sometimes that transition can, even if you're expecting it, the speed can still catch you by surprise. Great game by Beaston there. right, here we go. Game 2. Shen can close it out with another solid performance. Packy, very competitive spirit. Going to be out for blood. Let's see if he changes his strats at all. And he strikes first. Shen dealing with a little bit of a drought. Tricky pieces on the open. It's funny how an opening drought can really dictate the mood for your game. Packy again going center well. But he's got the moves to keep that well open. You really need those kind of high IQ burn strats, burning lines over the center well opening, especially with a 26 drought. Ooh, that right side's looking a little high now. It's tough to need 2 lines, especially when you're not getting them for 38 pieces. It can get a little frustrating here. Oh, that'd be the perfect cleanup Tetris. But lines are at a premium for Packy. Cannot. Oh, and he blocks it right at the last time. Inopportune time to block the well. Both players are looking for like aggressive, elevated Tetrises. That is a very dangerous left side high well for Packy. Get that over.
Oh.
The scoring is still pretty close, even with all this burning Packy. Oh my God.
So dangerous.
So he's being aggressive. It's safe to say that the Packy's another 30 drought. The man is full suffer game. Reward the man.
You give him that line and
reward it.
He's in good shape.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
45.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Get it.
Oh my.
Wow.
Where are the line? The line pieces were never there. A max 50, average 36. Brutal. Incredible, brutal game. To survive a 50 drought with a high left side well like that,